Coronation Street newcomer Junade Khan has exclusively revealed to Inside Soap that Idris Nasir is set to lure Leanne Battersby back to her dark side as the pair's romance blossoms over the coming weeks. Since their first date last month, Idris and Leanne's relationship has progressed very quickly, with the couple even set to share a steamy night at the Chariot Square Hotel next week. The whirlwind romance marks Leanne's first relationship since permanently splitting with on-off partner Nick Tilsley, who was exposed for two-timing with the restaurant owner's stepsister Toya. Despite the odds, the former couple remain on amicable terms, largely due to Leanne's motherly bond with Nick's son, Sam Blakeman. But as star Junade tells us, Nick is set to take against Leanne's new man. He doesn't like the fact that it's moving very quick with Idris and Leanne, explained Junade, who has previously appeared in Emmerdale and Hollyoaks before joining Coronation Street as a regular in May. Sam gets involved and likes Idris, which is nice. Idris has a good relationship with Sam, but Nick has a lot of reservations about Idris as a person. He doesn't trust him whatsoever. It's going to kick off between them at one point. Idris has already proved himself to be a dodgy character, having recruited teenager Brody Michaelis to assist him with his shady property dealings. And according to Junade, Idris's ruthless nature will soon rub off on Leanne too. There are a few secrets coming, the actor teased. And a bit of violence, maybe. More developments with Idris and Leanne, and Idris will probably bring out the dark side in Leanne a little bit. Just when Weatherfield believed Leanne Battersby had finally found peace, a mysterious newcomer threatens to awaken the ruthless survivor she buried years ago. The arrival of Idris Khan turns heads the moment he steps onto the cobbles. Charming, intelligent, and effortlessly confident, Idris quickly becomes a popular face around the Rover's return. With a successful background in property development and a smile that hides more than it reveals, he seems like exactly the fresh start Leanne deserves after years of heartbreak. At first, their chemistry is undeniable. Nick notices Leanne laughing again for the first time in months. Toya cautiously approves, believing her sister has finally met someone who appreciates her. Even Steve jokes that Idris is too good-looking to be trusted, earning laughs from everyone. But underneath Idris's polished exterior lies a carefully constructed web of secrets. Unlike previous romances, Idris isn't interested in Leanne simply because he likes her. He's fascinated by her reputation. He has spent months researching the Battersby family, discovering stories of Leanne's past schemes, her fierce determination, and the lengths she once went to protect the people she loved. Rather than fearing her history, Idris admires it. "You've spent years pretending you're someone else," he tells her one evening. The old Leanne would never let people walk all over her. Those words strike a nerve. For years, Leanne has fought to become a better person. She's endured betrayal, grief, financial ruin, and unimaginable loss. Every setback has forced her to choose forgiveness over revenge. But Idris sees something different. He sees untapped potential. As their relationship deepens, strange events begin unfolding across Weatherfield. Confidential business information disappears. Small businesses receive anonymous legal threats. Rival property owners suddenly sell at suspiciously low prices. Nobody connects the incidents to Idris, except Leanne. Late one night, she discovers files on Idris's laptop revealing detailed plans to buy several properties around Coronation Street through intimidation rather than negotiation. Shocked, she confronts him. Instead of denying everything, Idris calmly admits the truth. "The world belongs to people willing to take risks," he says. "You're one of those people. You've just forgotten." Leanne storms out, convinced she'll never see him again. But Idris knows exactly how to manipulate her. Over the following weeks, he plants seeds of doubt. Every disagreement with Nick, every argument with Toya, every time Carla questions her judgment, Idris is waiting with quiet encouragement. "They've never believed in you. They only trust the version of you that's harmless. They're afraid of the real Leanne." Slowly, his influence begins changing her. Leanne becomes colder, sharper, less willing to compromise. When a businessman attempts to pressure the bistro into an unfair contract, Leanne shocks everyone by publicly humiliating him, exposing his financial problems in front of customers. Nick barely recognizes her. "That's not the woman I know." Without hesitation she replies, Maybe you never knew me. Meanwhile, Carla grows suspicious of Idris after discovering connections between his company and several failed developments across Manchester. She warns Leanne that Idris leaves destruction wherever he goes. Leanne refuses to listen. For the first time in years, she's enjoying having control again. Soon Idris presents his biggest proposition. He wants to purchase an entire section of Weatherfield and transform it into luxury apartments. The problem? Several longtime residents would lose their homes. Idris believes Leanne can convince them to sell. Initially horrified, she rejects the idea. But Idris reminds her how often the street has abandoned her. When did they ever choose you first? His manipulation works. Leanne begins secretly negotiating with vulnerable residents, offering generous deals while hiding Idris's true intentions. Toya uncovers the scheme and is devastated. You've become exactly who you used to be. Leanne responds with chilling honesty. No, I've become smarter. The sisters' relationship reaches breaking point. Meanwhile, Nick discovers Idris has been using Leanne as the public face of the project while protecting himself legally from every decision. Realizing she's being set up as the fall person, Nick desperately tries to warn her, but Idris is always one step ahead. He convinces Leanne that Nick is simply jealous. As construction plans move forward, Carla gathers enough evidence to expose Idris's fraudulent business empire. The dramatic confrontation takes place inside the Rovers during a packed evening. Residents watch in disbelief as Carla reveals forged contracts, hidden offshore accounts, and multiple bankrupt companies connected to Idris. Everyone turns toward Leanne. She finally understands. She was never Idris's partner. She was his shield. Furious, Leanne's legendary temper explodes. Instead of breaking down emotionally, she becomes the fearless Battersby everyone remembers. In front of the entire pub, she locks the doors before Idris can escape. You wanted the old Leanne? She steps closer. Congratulations. What follows is classic Coronation Street drama. Leanne publicly dismantles every lie Idris has told, exposing him using the very manipulation techniques he taught her. Witnesses come forward one after another until Idris realizes he's completely trapped. Police arrive moments later. Idris is led away in handcuffs. He smiles at Leanne. I told you the real you was still in there. She stares back without emotion. No. The real me knows exactly when to stop. In the aftermath, Weatherfield remains divided. Some residents believe Leanne crossed dangerous lines while investigating Idris. Others quietly admit that without her willingness to fight dirty, Idris might have destroyed the community. Nick hopes they can rebuild their friendship. Toya slowly forgives her sister, but Leanne knows something has changed forever. Looking into the mirror in her empty flat, she sees the woman she spent years trying to leave behind. For the first time, she doesn't completely hate the reflection. The darkness is still there. The difference now is that she controls it. As the camera fades from Weatherfield's famous cobbles, viewers are left wondering whether Leanne Battersby has finally found the perfect balance between compassion and survival, or whether this dangerous taste of power is only the beginning of a far more explosive chapter. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Coronation Street Scoop News Update.